What's harder, getting a black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or starting and maintaining an 8-figure company?
I would probably say maintaining and starting the company, because in anybody if you're just basically any guy who goes and train like 7 days a week and you just show up to the class, you will eventually get there. But if you're basically not capable enough, that's probably the right word, you're probably not going to get to the 8-figure. So that is, I would say it's like 10 times harder.
10 times harder than
10
getting a
times
black
harder,
belt.
yeah.
Okay. I always try and make similarities between martial arts and business because but 10 times harder, that's a lot. That's a lot. So you said you need different capabilities.
Yeah.
What do you believe the capabilities are for a man that can run? And like I said, maybe getting there, you maybe have an amazing idea and you can manage to get to the 8-figure mark, but to maintain it, to stay on top, to keep pushing through the issues that I'm sure come, what capabilities do you need as a man to do that?
Well, first of all, you will be need to like resist and overcome all the obstacles you get, because in any business you get, you probably have like a lot of small and bigger failures. And most of the people, they just quit when you get like the biggest, like first big like failure. And I would say like we had like so many big things that go like fucked up, and like so many sleepless nights that you just think like everything is fucking gone. And then you just like look at it a few years back and you're like, okay, like that was not that big thing. But the big thing also, like I would say that like if I look at the people who I studied with and the people who I know that they're actually smart people, they're not that ambitious. So if I look at the people who I know who made like 8 figures by themselves, they all are like kind of like nuts, and they put like insane goals. So like when you go in the jiu-jitsu class and you ask somebody like, hey, like you can get to black belt in 5 years, they're like, oh, I probably cannot. But I say like, okay, if you train twice a day and you do this and this and this, you will get there. And even though I know that it's true, they don't like really understand that it's possible. So the first thing is that you need to be like crazy enough to believe that you deserve to have like millions of dollars or euros or dirhams. And that's I think that is one of the biggest things. So if you don't believe you can make that kind of money, then you won't never make that kind of money.
So yeah, like I feel like we describe that as limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So most people place so many limiting beliefs on themselves, normally that come, I think, as well from how they're raised, from their family, normally mother and father. Even though they're trying to do their best for their children, and it's not a negative thing, they imprint these ideologies onto their kids that making money is hard, or whatever you want to say, because they failed at it. They are scared that their kids are going to fail too. They don't want them to feel the same emotions, whatever. So how do you think you missed that? What do you think what makes you crazy enough to believe that you deserve what you have? Like in your head, you said it was crazy. I don't think it's crazy, but the way you described it.
Well, I think like I met, like when I was younger, I met people who were working in affiliate marketing, and I understood immediately that these people are not like super capable. Like they would have no idea of going to like Goldman Sachs to be like investment banker. They cannot be the best of best in the class, but still they're making like hundreds of thousands a month. So I think that is the point when I realized that, okay, like you can be like, if you just go in the right market and hit the right way, you can be basically pretty fucking stupid and make a lot of fucking money. And that's how I basically understood it. And now the other thing that like really affects it is like if you have people around you that are doing like crazy money and crazy like things, just executing fast, then you really see what's like possible. So a good example is like one of my really, really good friends who's like kind of a business mentor also for me and helped me to get like things running. So he had a small problem with the law, let's say like that, and he went for a 2-year pause to federal penitentiary. That was a like white collar thing. He miscalculated some things, but when he got out, he got absolutely nothing. And I just talked to him, like I said, like, I think it's going to take like maybe 6 months and you will be making like 100K a day. Then he was like, 6 months, maybe a year, something between that. Now it took 4 months. So
To make 100K a day.
100K a day.
Okay. And what business is he in?
Well, he's working in Medicare and like affiliate marketing industry as well.
Okay. So, it's just for the audience to understand, I know Valtteri from the Jiu Jitsu world originally. You know, from just here in Marbella, I own a gym, and my business partner is a black belt. Valtteri's a black belt. They train together, and we would meet each other on the mats every now and then. Not super amount of time, but we know each other from martial arts. And I'm the kind of guy that never really asks, what do you do for a living? What's your business? Well, I'm not that kind of guy. I just get on, do a bit of jiu-jitsu, do a bit of training, relax. And then I remember there's a place here called Puente Romano. It's like the fancy place on Golden Mile in Marbella. And I remember being in La Plaza, which is like, and seeing Valtteri with bottles, having a good time. This was a few years ago in that square, and being like, I wonder what he does, and not even thinking about it. And then again, forgetting about it, moving forward. And then we bumped into each other, I don't know, about 6 months ago, whenever it was, and we started talking at another gym here, talking. And then a friend of mine told me that you were involved in text messaging.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so he sends texts and he makes lots of money. I don't understand it. So, I started this podcast to try and learn more things about businesses. And like you just said, finding industries, you just said, if you're pretty dumb, you can find industries that you can make loads of money in. It's still possible. So if you're smart and you can find the right industries, you can make lots and lots and lots of money, right? So this industry of SMS marketing or text messaging, how did you find this industry? What led you to it where did you start? Again, you're from Finland. Maybe that people don't understand the weird accent, but you're from Finland. Where did you went to university? You started in school. What did you do to then become where you are now?
Yeah, well, I was studying like in the top university in Finland, economics, but then I was like mostly, I think it was like too many nerds there. I couldn't really cope like with the atmosphere, and I was doing different things. I was like working as a bouncer when I was like 18 because I was already known in the jiu-jitsu circles and stuff. And then I met actually, like I saw one of the top nightclubs. I saw these nerd guys who were ordering bunch of fucking bottles all the time. I went to the table and asked like what you're doing. And they said email marketing. And I'm like, okay, so what type of email marketing? And then they say like, hey, we're doing like casinos, loans, everything. And then I was like, okay, so how does it work? They're like, I'll come to the office for the after party and we show you. Like, okay. I go there and they show me like, okay, you just have these few softwares, you can find them online. Then these are basically you need to find the data, and then you clean the data, and then you set up the creative like this, and then you just send and you print money. I'm like, okay. So then it took approximately 2 days to me to have my own email marketing company up. And it's from there, like we moved to SMS marketing, because email marketing and SMS marketing, it's the same function, how it works. You have data and you try to get clicks or calls or whatever is the action, payable actions where you can get like money. So the cost that you have is the cost of acquiring data, the cost of sending, and then your profit is everything you make above it.